All right, today let's do a practice for the hips. So for this one, we're going to start standing and then work our way down towards the floor. So first one, hip circles like you're doing a hula hoop. Feet a little bit wider than your hips. Make sure there's a soft bend into your knees so you're not locked or rigid. And hands to the hips. And you're just going to transfer the weight around your feet as you move your hips in a circle. Think about moving the center of your body. Center of your body in a circle. Again, soft knees. Relax through the ankles. Feel the weight move around your feet. And ideally, you're moving in the same pace, same tempo, and getting into a rhythm of this. This is a great gentle movement to help your lower back, your hips, create some mobility here. Especially if you do it for a while, maybe several minutes in each direction. It can become like a meditation. All right, and then now let's switch and go in the opposite direction. Do it a few more times in this direction. Great, and then now let's do standing on one leg, so balancing. So if balance is challenging for you, go ahead and bring one hand to a wall. Otherwise, we'll practice balancing no wall. You could also use a hand on a chair or a stick or something like that as well. So we'll do circles with your knee, and the knee will stay bent. You can do small circles or bigger circles. So standing on one leg, let's start either one, doesn't matter. We'll draw the knee up, out towards the side, down, and then forward. And put your hands wherever you like for comfort. Keep your eyes focused at one point to help with balance. Doesn't matter which direction, just choose. And then just like before, have the same smooth pace. And for this one, make sure your shoulders, rib cage, and your pelvis is all pointing forward the whole time. So we're not doing this. We're really isolating the movement in the thigh, in the hip joint. And then now go in reverse. Stand up a little bit taller on your standing leg. Good, find your balance, find your rhythm. A few more times in this direction, and then we'll go ahead and change sides. Great, and then that leg down if you need to rest, take a little rest. If you want to change to the other side of the wall, feel free to do that. And then when you're ready, balancing on the opposite leg, circles in one direction with the opposite knee. Again, focus on stabilizing your low back. So engage your core a little bit. Keep your spine tall. And then the same smooth pace with the opposite leg. And then now same leg, just switch and go in the opposite direction. Not too fast, not too slow. If you really want to make it challenging, go super slow. Again, like I said in the beginning, circles can be smaller or bigger. Smaller is just a little bit more working on warming up. Bigger will challenge your ability to control your leg in space. A few more times. Good, and then we'll bring the leg down. Now let's make our way down to the floor. So for this one, we're going to be lying down on your side, just like in yoga. In the mountain pose, have your head, shoulders, hips, and feet aligned here. Feel free to grab a block or a cushion to support your head as well. And whichever side you're laying on, that arm is going to reach out. You can clasp the fingers or grab the ground, whatever you like. So Again, stabilize the rest of your body, and whichever leg is on top, we're going to do circles nice and slow with a bent knee. So I'll guide you through it. So stabilize your body, and then start to draw the top knee up towards the chest. Bring it out towards the side so the knee stacks over the hip. Now from here, internally rotate the thigh. So what that means is spin your thigh in and extend. So reach your leg back behind you without doing a back bend. Slowly lower the knee down towards the floor, forward so it stacks above the bottom knee. And then now we'll go in reverse. Kick your foot and your knee back. Once you can't go any farther, now externally rotate the thigh. So the foot will move towards the floor, knee towards the ceiling. Keep it wide and up as far as you can. Back up towards the rib cage, chest, and then forward and back down. Let's try 2 more like that. Bent knee up towards the chest, out towards the side, stacking the knee on top of the hip. From here, without back bending, internally rotate your thigh, reach and extend the leg back behind you, lower it down towards the midline, and then forward. Now go in reverse. Foot moves back, externally rotate your leg, spin the thigh out, rotate the knee up towards your armpit, forward in front of you, and then extend the leg back down. Do 1 more like that. So really exploring your range of motion around the edges. What's your ability like to move your thigh in space? And then once you finish that last one, press yourself up, spin around, and then we'll change sides and come onto the other side. So feel free to use a block or something to support your head. Check in with your alignment, head, shoulders, hips and feet. Usually a head is forward, so make sure your head is a little bit back here. Then you can clasp the hands, firm your body, bring the top knee up towards the chest, bring it out wide, internally rotate as you extend, reaching the leg back, lower the knee down towards the floor, bring it forward, and then go in reverse. And when you're reaching in reverse, don't do a back bend. So when I say that, it means don't jut your chest forward and don't create an arch in your low back. If anything, firm your belly. And you'll get less movement, but a little bit more work in the thigh and the hip. Good, complete this first round. And then 2 more like that. Bent knee up, out towards the side. Once the knee stacked over the hip, internally rotate and extend the leg back. Drop the knee down, bring it forward. Firm your belly, reach the leg back. Externally rotate, bring the knee up, forward, and then extend back down. And then go ahead and do 1 more like that. Nice and slow. And then after you finish that last one, press yourself back up to a seat. And once you're up to a seat, now let's bring your legs out in front of you and bring your feet wider than your hips. From here, hands will be on the floor back behind you, or you can bring your hands up on blocks as well if the floor is far away, if that helps you create a taller spine. So either way. Good. And then once you have height in your spine, tall rib cage, feet wider than your hips, knees bent about 90 degrees, now we'll move our legs side to side, nice and slow. So we'll take a breath in here, and the breath out, we'll start to drop your knees over towards the right side. And when you do that, you're going to press your inner left knee down towards the floor. So this one will be less of a twist of everything, more so try to keep your torso forward. Now, lift your left leg up, but try to keep the right leg on the ground as long as possible. Pressing the left leg out, and then once you can't go any farther, then opposite leg can lift. You're slowly going to transfer over towards that left side. Once the outer left knee comes down, now we'll slowly controlled bring the inner right knee down. And then repeat. Lift the right leg up, nice and slow, open up the hip. And then eventually the opposite one will come along for the ride, but you're trying to keep that separation in the hips as you transfer over towards the other side. Now the inner left knee comes down. Keep your right knee down as you lift your left leg up. And then transition nice and slow, keeping width in between your inner thighs as you move back to that first side. Try that one more time each side. Last time here. Good, and then we'll come back up through the center. Go ahead and sit cross-legged, bring your hands to your thighs, knees to your lap. Sit nice and tall, close your eyes. Just take a few moments for observation here. Notice how things feel in the lower body. All right, whenever you're ready, open up your eyes if you close them. Thanks so much for joining me today. Let me know if you have any questions. Otherwise, hope you have some happy hips. Take care.